Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Ivy and I'm a makeup artist based in Asaba, Delta State, Nigeria. In today's video, we are going to be reviewing and testing out some Nigerian owned makeup brands, and I want you to stay tuned till the end. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel down below. Okay, let's get over into the video. So guys, the very first thing we are going to do would be to prime our face. I've already moisturized my face off camera. I didn't have a Nigerian owned brand for moisturizer, but this same brand, the TM Essential brand, they also have a moisturizer. Today we'll however be using their mattifying face primer. It doesn't have anything on it, just says 30 ml mattifying face primer. So we are going to be taking a pea-sized amount like this and dotting that all over our face, and we are going to be blending that in. Then taking Double Cosmetics oil-free HD matte foundation, 100% waterproof, SPF 45. I'm in the shade 607. This foundation, Instagram made me buy this foundation, guys. I'll just open my feed and I'll see people talking about this foundation. I was encouraged, I was fascinated by the foundation, and I decided to go ahead and get it. I got mine in the shade 607. I really do love this foundation. We're just going to shake it up a bit. For a Nigerian brand, I'm going to go in with 2 pumps now. For a Nigerian brand, I am really impressed. In case you guys do not know, I have a very oily skin, so I always go for oil-free matte foundation. Not like really ultra matte, but matte, okay, so that it can last long on my face. And as you guys know, Nigeria is a very hot country, so you need all the help you can get to make sure your makeup lasts all day. We're just going to put our brush into this and apply this all over our face. As you can see, it's my exact skin tone, and it's a bit matte. Don't forget underneath your jawline, guys, okay, on the top parts of your neck. As you can see, this foundation is well blended. We are going to go next in now with our concealer. I actually have another in fact, I've gone through several parts of this concealer, the Nuban Beauty In My Skin liquid concealer. I'm in the shade 046. I don't like my concealers to be like extremely bright. I don't tend to go more than 2 shades lighter than my skin tone. Okay, this concealer I really love. I have been using this concealer for a while now. This is not my first time using this concealer, and I already know right off the bat that I love this concealer. This is a new tube that I just got. Just going to drag that down my face underneath my eye. Now guys, you have to really work fast with this concealer because it does tend to dry out, so you have to work very fast. And the beauty sponge I'm using is from Zaron Cosmetics. Okay, as soon as you're done with that, just take your foundation brush without any additional product and just go over the sides of the face so that you have no unevenness. Okay, the next thing we are going to do will be to go in with our powder. As some of you might know, I actually like going in and setting my under eye before I bake. Okay, today we'll be using the House of Tara powder in number 45, which is this powder right here. This is a powder foundation. This powder is not too light and it's not too dark either. We are then going to bake with the Beauty by AD loose setting powder. Guys, this powder is the best setting powder I've ever used in my life. Quote me anywhere. Now they have different shades. I swear by the shade Tawny, which is this. I'll show you how it looks like in a bit on my under eye. They also have a darker shade, beige, something like that. They have a lighter shade that looks like the Benai banana powder called Amber, and they have an off-white translucent powder called Lucent. This shade, this powder, oh my goodness, it is the best setting powder on planet Earth. The Beauty by AD setting powder. Like, once you bake with this powder, your makeup is not going anywhere. You can use to bake, you can use to set your face, you can use to do anything. I'm going to bake in with the powder today in the shade Tawny. I've been using this powder for a while now, so I know that it does work. Don't go in with too much product, guys, just enough. Okay, and make sure you press in the product. Since I normally get oily around this area, I will just add in a little bit more powder to bake that area. Don't forget your forehead. Okay, and then we're now going to bake on the bridge of our nose. Okay, now we have that done. I am actually going to reverse contour with this powder, but I'll be going in with the shade beige. I also have that right here. I love this powder. It reminds me a lot of the Laura Mercier translucent loose setting powder in medium deep. It does remind me a lot of that powder. I'm going to reverse contour now with the shade beige. I like this shade better because it's not too bright. It's a bit more on the darker side. Okay. Next, we're going into the brows. Like, the brows are like my favorite thing to do. For the brows today, we will be outlining our brows with the House of Tara brow pencil in the shade brown, and then we'll be filling in our brows with the Hegai and Esther brow gel in the shade Nubia. All right, so we're just going to shape or draw in our brow shape right now. First thing you want to do is to brush up your brow hairs and then outline the shape you want. So we're using the brow gel in Nubia now to fill in the brows, the Hagen Extra Brow Gel. This brow gel has been tried and tested, and it is true. It holds up under any condition. Under any condition. I've been using this for years, over 5 years now. Okay, next we are going to go back into that Nuban Beauty concealer that we used to highlight underneath our eyes, and we're going to be using that to clean up underneath our eyebrow. Okay, now if I can help it, I don't really like to highlight the top part of my brow, so I'll just stick to the bottom part. We are done with the brows for now. Today's brow day, I don't even want to talk. Alright, so next we are going to go into our House of Tara powder in the shade 45 that we used to set underneath our eye initially, and we're going to use that to set underneath the brow. I really do not like the wet concealer look underneath the brows, so I always like to go in and set. Okay. We're going to be using our Zaron Earth eyeshadow palette today for our eye look. So we are going to be starting with what now? Let's see, with this shade right here, the shade called Dune, this particular one, and we're going to be applying that into our transition area. I'm using the White Glam Beauty Eye Essential brush 107. Just applying that into our transition area. Okay, it's an orangey brown, a matte eyeshadow. I really don't know the look we're going for today, guys. Let's just see where this takes us. The next thing I'm going to do will be to go in with my Nuban Beauty concealer in the shade 046, and I'm going to apply this all over my lid. And I'm going to do a semi-cut crease. I like my crease color to grip onto my lid, and since I already have something down on my eye as a transition color, it's going to blend in a bit better. Okay, just pat, guys, pat it in. This is going to serve as an eyeshadow primer of some sort as well. Taking my White Glam Beauty Eye Essential brush 108, I'm going to be going into this shade right here called Mocha, this particular one, and I'll be applying that into my crease and blending it into the transition area. Okay, you stamp first and then you blend in. I really love this brush 108 a lot for getting into the crease. I'm going back in now with the first brush we used to apply a transition color, just to blend everything in together. Now for our eyelid, I really don't know what color we are going for, but I think I want to go in with this gold shade right here called Vintage. Let's try that out and see how it goes, keeping our fingers crossed. Keeping our fingers crossed. Wow. Well, it's a bit more muted. It's not like overly bright. So I would say I really love the shadow we picked for today's look. And because of this, I think I'll be going in for a red lip, just to make everything stand out a bit more. So you can see, next we are going to go back into dark crease color and just use it to blend and marry everything in together. All right, I really love the way this look is coming out. Next, we're going to be taking our eyeliner. For today, we'll be using the Iwaronke Eyeliner Blackout Pen Liquid Liner, okay? And then we're going to be using that to create a wing line, not so thick. It's really black. Next, we're going to be taking our House of Tara retractable pencil in black, and we're going to be applying that into our lower lash line. Oh, this is nice. Taking my Eye Essential White Glam Beauty Eye Essential brush 106, I'm going to be taking that mocha shade from our Zaron eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to be using that to smoke out underneath the lower lash line. I still want something else in this eye, so I'm going to be going into this first shade right here and applying that into the inner corner of our eye. Okay. I love that. For our mascara today, we'll be using the Zaron Lengthening Mascara. Guys, if you're based in Nigeria and you've not heard about this mascara, like you don't know anything about this mascara, you've lived under a rock. This mascara, Lifa Beauty put me onto this mascara. I was watching her videos and every time she'll be raving about the mascara. So one day I just carried myself gingerly. I went to their Zaron actually has a shop right here in Asaba, so you can bypass like buying from vendors and just go straight to the source. I went there and I got the mascara. Since I got this mascara, I have not put it down. I have not. And this video today, it really made me splurge. Like I bought so many things. So I had been using for some time, and some other things I had to like buy. And at the end of this video, I'll be telling you my thoughts on all the products I've used today. Okay, so this is how the one looks like. We're going to be applying that on our lashes. Can you see the way it's just coating my lashes, guys? Like, it looks like I already have lashes on, whereas I do not. So because I want to coat my bottom lashes as well, I'm just going to dust off this bake. I'm going to dust off and then pat in as well. Guys, I have not contoured, like I have not applied any contour, and you can see how defined my face looks already. I'm sorry guys, the camera cut off and I didn't realize it hasn't been recording. After applying my mascara, I actually went in with the Newborn Beauty Lash Glue and this Voan Beauty, one of the lashes from this Voan Beauty lash. I found it very difficult to use this lash glue. I'll get into that in a minute. And then I contoured my face using the number 48 powder from the Tara powder. I used the number 47 Tara powder to contour my nose, and I set my face with the number 46 Tara powder. Okay, now before I got up to speed that those clips were not recording, I now went in with the House of Tara lip liner in the Orikelewa lip liner in wine. And then I'll be going in with the lipstick in MSD, and I'll be using this to apply all over my lip. It's a red lipstick. Going back in now with that wine liner. To set our face today, we'll be using this Nia oil-free makeup setting spray. I actually got this and I've been meaning to try it out for some time. Just going to shake it up a bit and then just going to give it time to dry out now. So guys, this is the finished look. I really do love the way the makeup turned out. Most of the products I used, I loved the Tara powder. That was a great rediscovery, by the way. I have been using the Tara powder for like years back. I used to use it a lot and then I kind of grew out of it, and then now I think I have rediscovered it. I'm going to throw it back into my stash. Okay. Then I really love the Double Cosmetics foundation. Like I said earlier, I'm the shade 607. I love that foundation a lot. The Newborn Beauty concealer in my Skin Liquid concealer, that concealer is like the best concealer for me and my oily skin. I love it a lot. The Beauty by AD powder, I've been using that now. It's not today. The Hagen Extra Brow Gel, that is like a staple. The only product I really used today that I didn't really like was the Newborn Beauty eyelash adhesive. Unfortunately, that clip caught, but I really struggled a lot with this. I had to like pause, go online to like watch how to use it. I allowed it to get tacky. I tried it for where it was not sticking. Like, I really struggled a lot, guys. Even now I can still feel like the lash is lifted up towards the inner corner of the eye. Nothing too serious, but I don't think this is a product like I'll be using if I want to apply my lashes, because like we all want our lashes to like stay put irrespective of you know, wherever you are, whatever you're going through, you cry, it stays, you laugh, it stays, you know. So apart from that product, I think every other product I used today was like spot on. I love the brushes. Like, you know, I did a product review of the White Glam Beauty brushes earlier, like in a previous video, one of the previous videos, and that brush set I'm still rocking till today. The Zaron Cosmetics foundation sponge I loved. Well, that's it for today's video. I think I've basically run through everything. This Nia makeup setting spray, I can feel it, my face tightening a bit. Like, I think it's really really mattifying face setting spray. So I'm going to incorporate many of these things like into my everyday routine. So guys, I went out and I got a bunch of this product. Like, I spent money just to film this product. So if you just to film can help me today, I spent a lot of money just to film this Nigerian owned beauty brand tutorial. Okay, so please guys, if you've watched up to this moment, take the time out to subscribe to my channel. It will not cost you anything and it takes less than a minute. Okay, please subscribe down below and I'll see you in my very next video. Okay.